So we have got some more transfer stuff to talk about, mainly because of Harry Kane and his antics, we'll call that. That's what it stemmed from for me, just thinking about the stuff. It's been very clear that Harry Kane does not want to play for Spurs next season, or this season, I should be saying, season coming up. Spurs have made it very clear that they are not willing to sell him. So it's like you're stuck at a road where it's like, can I do this, can I not? Whatever. Harry Kane's, I think he had the interview with, is it Neville? Gary Neville, I think it was, with them like playing golf or whatever. And he basically said, like, I told them one more season, I've done that. I've kept my end of the bargain. That's their time to honour that, like a gentleman's agreement. And I think that is completely fair. Like, if you're Tottenham, you're not annoyed. If you're a Tottenham fan, I think you shouldn't really be annoyed at Harry Kane for wanting to leave, because, like, what has he done for your club? Everything. The reason why you guys have done well, like you even got into the Conference League for this season, was because of Harry Kane being the top scorer and top assister, and then getting robbed of the player of the season. But we move. So for Tottenham, it's going. You have to just accept the bid from Manchester City. That's going to be coming soon. I think I got it completely wrong. They rejected a 100 mil bid. I think you can, like, you probably could get like 120, 130, 130 for Kane. I reckon that could be, like, the City would definitely be willing to pay, and that's good. That's good money, and you can basically start a rebuild at Spurs. But I saw one thing. Oh God, my memory's gone terrible. I have to look that back up. No, go away. Fabrizio Romano, of course, that's how I get transfer. He showed, if I can find it, Mateus Pereira. That's what it was, from West Brom. He's basically put out a letter saying, like, I want to leave. I want to leave West Brom. And again, that's fair. Like, the way he's put that message out, it feels very uncommon. Like, it doesn't seem like players do that, but I think that's a really good way, because at the end of the day, you want, like, especially because the media is so terrible and they just create villains out of people, I think you want to have clear communication of what your actions are, your intentions, I should say. Like, because if Pereira didn't say that, then people would, and there's just reports that he wants to leave, then the media would probably go, oh, he's another player that hates small clubs or whatever like that. So I think the manner in which he's done, I think it's very good. I think more players should do stuff like that. It just creates clear communication, and limits the media to do their shit. So yeah. But then because of that, we've got Harry Kane's approach. Whilst he didn't put like a message out directly to people, like to the fans or the outside world, he did an interview saying he wants to leave, he wants to win trophies, he can't do it at Spurs. But the latest one was that he just hasn't shown up for training. And I think it's a double-edged sword. It doesn't send the greatest message. It isn't the greatest send-off of you just, oh my God, this it. It isn't the greatest send-off of you just don't show up. But what else can you do? He says, no, you said I could leave this season. I said one more season. You agreed to that. I've done my bit. I had my best season then. I want to be sold now. I want to move on. And you've gone, no, I'm not doing it. So it's like, he has to do this, is the thing. He can't he can't just comply and continue going on the training and fit into the system because he's not going to be playing. And I think for Nuno, I forgot his last name, but for Nuno, the new Spurs manager, it's probably better to not have Kane training there at all, because it's like, he's not in my plans. I don't even need to consider worrying about him or whatever. So, like, I have seen stuff where they've called it like lack of loyalty or whatever. Like, can't. And then also Spurs are like, oh, we're going to fine you to force you to stay. I don't want to be one of those people that just shits on Tottenham, but it's like, you haven't won a major trophy for so many years. The meme of you won the Audi Cup. That's your last trophy that you got. You have that meme of everything. But you wonder why, and then you see stuff like this. Harry Kane very openly said that, I said 1 more season. You guys agreed to that. Time to up your end of the bargain, and you've just gone, no, we're not selling you. We're fining you if you disagree with this. Like, come on. So I think the main thing I wanted to talk about, why I wanted to talk about this and think about it, was because of the clear differences in approaches between Pereira and Harry Kane. Both of them, I think, is like fully acceptable, and I'd encourage other, like they need it, but I'd encourage other players to do that as well, depending on your circumstance. Pereira, I think that West Brom's, they'll be a lot more compliant. They'll be a lot more understanding of that. But Tottenham need to just think, use their brain. Other news, there wasn't much. Chelsea sold another player, Livramento. I thought it was a loan, and then I've read that now, and it's like, oh, we sold them. Oh, okay. Oh, that was a heartbreak. Lukaku. I literally saw somewhere where it's like Chelsea is submitting a 160 mil bid for him or something. And I'm like, it's happening. It's going to happen. And and Inter have rejected that one. And then I'm not sure if the 160 was actually officially made. I saw the report of it, and I'm scared of that now. But there was an official 100 mil bid plus Marcus Alonso. That would have been amazing, because I hate Marcus Alonso. But that got rejected. So, yeah, it's a bit of a sticky one. Because, like, the fact that all the reports were Haaland, talks are ongoing, and then we've just gone, okay, we're bidding for Lukaku now, kind of shows Haaland's dead, or it's like, well, for the time being, it's dead. It's not going to happen. So it's like, okay, so our backup option, Lukaku, let's go after him. And he's considered untouchable. What are we doing? Because it's like, yes, we won the Champions League with our strikers of Werner and Havertz, but we barely scored any goals. Jorginho was our top scorer in the Prem. Jorginho. And then I also saw that Udinese, I think it was, wanted to sign Broja online. So it's like, if we get rid of Broja now, then we literally changed nothing in our attack. And that was, it's like, star power it's probably where we shine, kind of where we shine the most, but it was where most of our problems were. Defense was like, we don't have the stars, we don't have the best players in the world, but our system works. So it's like, our attack was the most important one, and it doesn't look like we're signing a good striker. Yeah, that's fun. Real fun. So it looks like we're just going to big step up to next season from our players. But yeah, This has been a lot of talk for a lot of nothing.